All right, so I think I'll excuse me. I think I'll get us started now. So I'll call our Presumpscot Building Level Advisory Committee meeting to order. It's Thursday, April 22nd, 2021, and it's 6:32 p.m. I think we've been taking roll a little bit informally through the attendees list, and that's been reflected on the minutes. So we'll kind of keep that practice going. I'll briefly go through the agenda, and then I'll get us to review the minutes and get started with the presentation. So today, after this welcome and the minutes, we're going to have a brief update on the project, and then talk about the next steps. I assume this will be a short meeting, at least in comparison to the time that we've allotted for it. But again, some exciting points of information, and certainly an exciting point in the process of renovating our schools. So as the superintendent said a moment ago, I want to thank everyone for being here tonight on school break week, and on a night where we had rearranged our dates for this meeting. So again, thank you for everyone. So let's if we can get a motion to approve the minutes of the meeting of sorry. These are from February 25th, 2021. And if you don't mind, just kind of wave your hand at the screen if you can make a motion, and I'll call your name. All right, so Sarah moves. Can we second? Anyone else? All right, and Jennifer seconds. Do we have any questions in the minutes? Okay, I don't see any. There's no attendees, so I won't have any public comment in the minutes. If we don't have any other discussions, you just raise your hand in approval of the minutes. And without hearing any objection, the minutes are approved unanimously. Okay, next I'll hand it over to Mark and his team and Emily for their presentation and update. And I'll mute myself. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you very much. And again, thank you all for making the time tonight. It is vacation week, and so, but we do have a very, very brief update just on, mostly on just the schedule. And so we'll get right into that. And so just really quickly, what we've done, or where we are in the process, we've submitted the drawings to the team. When we say team, there's Steve and his group, supported by the owner's representative, CHA, and I think we have Laura on still, Jolly here on tonight. And so the team from CHA and owner's rep, they've got the 75% complete set to provide for any comments or updated information we need to provide to the Harriman team. The board did vote to submit Presumpscot for bidding. The school board met on April 6th and voted to allow the Presumpscot project to proceed to bid to contractors. And that process right now is a little bit unknown in terms of what our dates are for the bidding of Presumpscot. We had, I think all of you will recall, our strategy has been, we're going to release Longfellow and get bids in, then we're going to release Reiki, get bids, and then we're going to release Presumpscot and get bids. And things have slowed down through that process. And so one of the things that we're going to be looking at with the city is there a way we can expedite getting Presumpscot out to bid as soon as possible. So that's one modification, I guess, if you will, that as the schedules have slid a little bit, we're going to try to see if we can pick up some time on getting Presumpscot out to bid. So stay tuned for that. We right now, the Reiki dates, as they are with the city, are a bid opening of June 3rd, and we're going to see if we can push that up a week to get that, so that by the time we have the next BLAC meeting, we would know what the results of the Reiki bid are. And then we're also, again, going to see if we can get Presumpscot out to bid before having to wait for the bid results of Reiki. So So that's, again, still undetermined with the timing of getting this out to contractors for pricing. Beyond that, we've been working with some of the site coordination considerations, that some comments we get back from the planning board review, just in thinking about contractor access and the drive areas around the building, and just making sure that we've got all of that well coordinated. So and where the basketball hoops are on the site, and we've reviewed that with Steve Doug and his team, and made just some minor modifications there. So there's no real difference at all in the site design in terms of what we had proposed, or the building design. All of that has stayed consistent through our completion of the plan, the documents themselves, and the permitting through the planning department. So that's kind of where things are at present. Again, we things are in this little bit of a holding pattern as we get Reiki out, and we're going to try everything we can to push the dates up. In terms of the next steps for this group, we have another meeting scheduled for May 27th. So that's a month from now, or the fourth Thursday in May. And so that's our next touch point. At that point, we may or may not know the bid results of Reiki. We're hoping that we have that pricing in at that point, and that'll give it, and we'll have, I think, a clear picture of where we are in the Presumpscot bid process. Certainly we'll know at that time. And that's where we're at. So again, a very, very brief update, not a lot. The good news, again, was that the Longfellow pricing is in, and while we don't have, I don't think, that much in the way of funds to look at the alternates at this point in time, the good news is that we can proceed without a reduction of scope from the base bid, what sometimes is termed value engineering that we had to do at Lysouth. We are not going to need to do that with Longfellow. So I will pause here, and if there are any questions about where things are at, do the best I can.
And because we can't see everyone that's in, if you just unmute yourself and raise your questions, that will work.
And Mark, maybe you can stop sharing so that we can see.
Oh, absolutely. Yep.
I guess I have a quick question, because I heard you say no reduction of scope at this point. Does that mean that there could be a reduction of scope moving forward for us at Presumpscot, or is that just you just use that turn of phrase?
Yeah, so yeah, Jennifer, I was specifically talking about the Longfellow project, and so where the bid came in within the available funds, we don't have to go through the value engineering process, which is a reduction of scope and then a corresponding reduction in the construction costs. So that I was just referring to the Longfellow bid. And so right now, we haven't adjusted the scope at all for the other projects. Again, I was specifically talking about the Longfellow and its bidding.
Mark, do you still see the Presumpscot plan and process? I mean, I think the building construction was actually supposed to start late summer. Do you feel like that's still on track as far as the timeline?
Yeah, that's a good question, Lauren. That's our primary concern right now, that we're really, we're getting really pushed late to get much started. But we did do Presumpscot strategically as the last project because of the ability to accommodate the schedule a little bit more, that there's most of the work occurs in the additions, and there's not as much work that has to occur in the summer time inside the building. So So we think that we're hopeful that there's very little impact to it. One of the things that would potentially happen is that the contractors will get started building foundations and erecting steel later. And the problem with that, or the challenge with that, is that then they have to heat the building during the cold months of the year. And we normally don't think of, and what they try to do is they try to sequence it so that they don't have to pay the extra cost to heat portions of the building while they're working in them. So that's our concern right now, is to limit that amount that the start pushes into the cold months.
Right. Okay. Super. Thanks.
Well, I knew it was going to be a short meeting. So, Chairman Rodriguez, I don't know if we want to, if there are any additional questions, fine. If not, we can certainly suspend the meeting.
Yeah, so if we don't have any other questions and no other information to put out, we can take a motion to adjourn. And much like the other motions, we can just signal at the screen and I can see everyone now. No, okay. Laura motions, and we have a second by anyone else? All right, and by Anne. All those in favor, we can indicate and we can raise our hands, and without hearing objection, we can adjourn our meeting at 6:44 p.m. That was really fast and painless.